What's happening, people? I hope you're all well. So, does the universe regulate who makes it and who doesn't? Excuse me. Does the universe regulate who makes it and who doesn't? Who becomes a millionaire? Who becomes rich and famous? Does the universe regulate it, or is it actually free will? And whoever wants it the most gets it? In my opinion, it's not that straightforward, but if we were to make it as simplistic as possible, I would probably guess that the universe has more power with regards to who makes it and who doesn't make it. But then there's also a small element of free will, in my opinion. You know, the universe is set but not written in stone, in my opinion. So there are certain events and certain occurrences that are always going to happen, and probably you can't stop it happening. But there are small pockets of free will where there are events which have the potential for variation. So with regards to who makes it, in most instances, it probably is predetermined. But with regards to free will, there is an element of free will there. So there's always the possibility for someone to slip through the cracks. And the reason I say this, and some people might say this might not seem like the most positive view, but this channel's more about realism. So, and there's always, you know, positivity is also subjective to a degree, because you can take every situation and make it negative or positive. But when it comes down to who makes it, who becomes a millionaire, rich, famous, girls, left, right, center, what you have to understand is this: the universe is finite in size, you know, the universe is finite in size, and the universe has to contain itself. So in theory, the universe would outgrow itself if everyone made it all at the same time. If everyone made it all at the same time, then the universe would essentially outgrow itself, because making it means moving up. And if every single particle in this universe moved up and there was nothing in the middle or bottom, then the universe would probably outgrow itself and its structure would fall. So the universe has checks and balances. The universe has concepts which are physically manifested, or even spiritually and then physically, because the spirit, everything happens on a spiritual level before a physical level. That's why if you're spiritual, sometimes you can feel the energy in the air before something physically manifests itself. But the universe has concepts: top, middle, bottom. The middle being the algorithm that holds the top and bottom together, because if there's no middle, how do you know what's at the top and what's at the bottom? It just, the concept collapses. So basically, with regards to who makes it to the top of the game in any given industry, or in life in general, yeah, for the most part it is predetermined. There are predetermined people who are always going to be there no matter what, which is probably why sometimes you're thinking, man, I put so much effort in and I got nowhere. But there is small pockets of free will, in my opinion. There are certain events which are variable, have variables, and on top of that, on top of all of that, there's also the concept that every dog has his day. Every dog has his day. Yeah? So even if you feel like you're struggling and you're putting in all the effort, and people who have ran their own business probably relate to this. You're running your business, you're killing yourself to make $1, and out of nowhere you're making thousands without even putting in the same effort you were putting in when your business was a startup. Because every dog has his day. And so it's important to try and recognize the patterns as much as possible to avoid, because at the end of the day, your vibration, you can't affect everything. I hear a lot of YouTubers and people getting more views than me, you know, millions of views out here saying, oh, all you need to do is change your frequency. All you need to do is vibrate at the right frequency. All you need to do is know the laws of attraction. Yes and no. The fact is, if the universe has it that you're not going to be, you know, at this moment in time, you are going to be where you're at, then that is where you're going to be at. The universe will override any manual modifications you try and make. The universe will do that. The universe will override any manual modifications, because manual modifications are not really genuine in all honesty. It's only genuine when you fake it till you make it. So that's like when you rewire your brain. You have to keep consciously doing it, but the minute you consciously stop doing it, you go back to your old ways. But so what I'm saying, without getting long-winded with it, if you try and modify your behavior and the universe has it that you're not meant to be at the top, you won't be at the top. So a lot of YouTubers are scamming you for content, but that's business, and I can't fault business. Business is business at the end of the day. There's no morals with regards to business. Business is about the bottom line. I'm not saying I have no morals. I'm just saying like business, it doesn't matter what my morals are. The concept of business is the bottom line. And you know, you can't, in that world, you have to understand that to understand that people make their money. That's what it is. I'm not saying I agree with what people do, by the way. I'm just saying that's the concept of business, the bottom line. So they're making money off advertisement, but at the end of the day, you have a small amount of power to squeeze through the cracks, and that's what it's about, really. You know, for the most part, if a president was supposed to be a president, or you know, a leader was supposed to be a leader, or a pharaoh back in the day was meant to be pharaoh, you know, it doesn't matter how much law of attraction you know, that person could know nothing and just get to where they're getting to, because the universe made them vibrate at that frequency. So it was an effortless thing. But there is leeway. So I'm not saying don't improve yourself. I'm saying be the best you can be. Be the best you can be for yourself. You can't, but don't. One thing you can't do with the universe is say, "Oh, I'm doing this, therefore I expect that." No. Vibrate at the highest frequency you can for yourself, and let what's supposed to unfold as a result of that. Because if you let yourself get sold a dream that you can do anything you want, whenever you want, it's just about making a few tweaks here and there, you're gonna feel disappointed a lot of the time. So 3 things I just want to quickly touch upon. You know, in my opinion, most of what happens in this universe is predetermined. The universe has small pockets of free will. There are checks and balances in place to keep the universe under control and running smoothly. And you cannot override that. You cannot override that. And also, you know, improve yourself for yourself and be the best you can be, but don't expect things of the universe. Don't expect, you know, watch the videos, learn how to be the best you can be, learn to live healthy, learn to work out, learn to do X, Y, and Z to improve yourself and improve the experience that you're simulating. But don't do it with your hand, you know, your empty hand out, hanging out, hoping that the universe is going to put $1 million in your hand, because that is going to lead to disappointment a lot of the time. So that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, hit the notification bell to get a notification when I make a new video. If you appreciate my work and want to leave a donation, there's a link for that in the description. With that, enjoy the rest of your day. See you on the next one. For mortgage advice tailored towards your individual needs, contact PGB Mortgages today. Let them guide you through your home buying journey. Contact details are in the description.